Used by consumers and businesses alike, smartphones are one of the most popular gadgets of our lives today. They provide an easy-to-use portal to social media, communication and games, and many more. The market today is dominated by the iPhone and the umbrella of Android devices, but this wasn't always the case. There was a time when the smartphone industry was dominated by one particular type of phone. This is the rise and fall of the Blackberry. The company behind the Blackberry brand, then known as Research in Motion or RIM, launched their first device in late 1996 called the Interactive Pager 900. Although primitive, this device allowed users to send and receive messages and faxes, store emails, and connect to the internet over wireless data networks known as Mobitex. After the 900 came the 800, specifically created to the needs of computer giant IBM. The first BlackBerry device was the BlackBerry 850 pager, named in reference to the keyboard's keys, which resembled the surface of a BlackBerry fruit. Bundled with a powerful email system called BlackBerry Enterprise Server, as well as advanced security features, the BlackBerry soon became very popular with governments and businesses. With support from these markets growing, RIM introduced its first smartphone, the 6000 series, in 2003. This combined phone functionality with features that had previously been described. The success of these products in the business world spurred RIM to launch a consumer line of phones. The Pearl 8100, the Curve 8300, and the Bold 9000. These included consumer-focused details such as a camera and consumer email support. Extensive carrier partnerships helped the BlackBerry to rapidly spread in the market. Slowly but surely, however, the fate of the BlackBerry line of smartphones soon became clearer and clearer. Many cite the launch of the iPhone as the first big blow to the BlackBerry brand, but it wasn't really until 2010 the BlackBerry's line really started to sink, even though the iPhone was released in 2007. By 2010, RIM had already produced two failed touchscreen smartphones, the Storm and the Storm 2, and with the release of the Nexus 1, the Galaxy S and the iPhone 4, it was becoming clear that RIM was struggling to compete with these touchscreen devices. The failure of their iPad competitor, the Playbook, as well as the slow release of a solid touchscreen BlackBerry, also hurt their line. But what really killed off the sales was the Android smartphones that flooded the market from 2011 onwards. It was around this time when almost every manufacturer of a smartphone chose Android as their operating system of choice, and in this new market, the major disadvantages of the BlackBerry began to offset the advantages. The market share of the BlackBerry phone plummeted over the next 3 years. In late 2009, BlackBerry controlled 35% of the smartphone industry. However, 4 years later, this had dropped to less than 1%. During this time, BlackBerry's stock price fell by almost 85%. This isn't to say that the company BlackBerry is a failure. RIM, or BlackBerry Limited as it's now known, is still very successful and is worth several $1 billion, mostly due to a large collection of important patents that it owns. In recent times, their stock price and sales has been steadily increasing, with the release of phones such as the BlackBerry Passport and the BlackBerry Classic. The warm reception of these devices shows that perhaps the brand could be on its way back. Only time will tell whether this will happen, however. So what do you think of today's BlackBerries? Can they compete with the latest Android and iOS devices, or is this a last attempt to desperately try to claw customers back? Leave a comment below as well as any ideas for future videos. Hopefully that was a bit of tech knowledge.